So, you must know why. You have a goal, and now you need to be clear on the purpose so you can have the drive to get there, right? There are books written about that. The why. You have to be clear on the why. But what are we really talking about? Is the why the goal, or is the goal, right? Because let's say you want to become a millionaire, right? Okay, so I want to become a millionaire. Why? Because I can take care of my mom then. Because I can travel the world. Because I don't have to think about money all the time. Because. But all of these things could be goals in and of themselves, right? I want to travel the world. I want to take care of my mom. It could all be goals. So what is the goal and what is the purpose? We're fooling ourselves. We're confused here. What is really going on? It's a great idea. If you have something that you really want, then please start there and then write that down on a piece of paper or on your iPad or whatever you have, and then write down the purpose underneath. But the purpose is only secondary gains, right? It's secondary goals, things you will achieve when you achieve this top goal. But then as you become clear on all the little things you want and the big things, then what you really have is a map about, and the next step is not to just go pursue the million, but to figure out, let's say this is the pool of stuff that all the ideas you could come up with that would improve your life, your relationships, whatever. This is the pool, and there's a lot of them if you keep doing this and writing lists about, that would happen, then I could do this and this and that. But within that pool, there's a point where you can put your finger down and say, if I achieve this one thing, then all of the other things will happen. Because they're clusters of stuff, right? So let's say you want to improve your relationships, or one relationship. And you also have another goal that says, I want to be fit and healthy and energetic and happy. Maybe the happiness will, contribute more to your relationship than any other single thing. Then where do you want to put your focus? Because the more things you focus on in your quest to improve your life, the weaker you're going to be. Focus is power. It really is. It takes all your strength, all your efforts, and put them into a magnifying glass like the sun's rays, and then you can burn through in one point. It's a principle you need to work in order to get what you want. So out of all these things, what's the one thing that would do more for all the other things than any other single thing? It might be the million. It might be making a million. I don't know. It might be feeling good. It might be, and so what's feeling good makes working out, working on my diet, working on, my emotional well-being, and really figuring out how to be happy without anything else going on. What would that do to my productivity? And what would that do to my financial situation? Where would that put me, when it comes to strength of pushing through what I'm afraid to push through? What would that do to my relationships? What would that do to my, maybe that's the center. But this is an important, instead of just picking a goal and then starting writing down your purpose and then pursuing the goal, that's pretty, you're getting ahead of yourself here. Instead, sit down. It's a good exercise to kind of get clear on all the stuff you want. When you're writing down that purpose, you're actually getting clear on other stuff you also want and why you think but you're also working under an assumption that it's the $1 million that's going to give you all these things. And maybe one of these things in your purpose is going to give you the $1 million. So you need to put that first. All right? This is confusing, Claus. Yes, life is complicated. That's why it's not just the law of attraction or, you need to do the work here. But this is fun also. It's exciting. Because if you can find the soft spot, the spot in all of these things and going for the most effective thing, you can make more progress than by focusing on any other single thing in that pool of stuff you want. If you find that area, that point of entry or focus, then the energy that you put into that will just have ripples or be an explosion out into all the other things. It's like knowing where to put your focus so you can be, so you can have the biggest results from your actions. and this is the method. And it's not necessarily something that you can just sit down with a piece of paper and then do, right, or an iPad or whatever. It's something that you think about constantly. It's a principle that you bring with you and say, okay, now I'm pursuing this goal. Why do I want that goal? It's because of that. But what comes first here? What's the most important thing? And then you get wiser as you develop, as you pursue more things. You could, okay, I might go for this one instead. And then gradually you become more and more effective because you put your focus in the right place to a higher degree. And I hope this is inspiring and you get curious about, And the first step is sitting down and writing down the thing you want the most. And then writing down your purpose, quote unquote, right? And then you look at that as other goals. And then you might write down another thing you want. And then write down the purpose for that. You don't want to be healthy. Why, I want to look better, whatever. Then you write down the purpose for that. And you keep doing that until you have all of these items on your list, which are all things you could pursue individual. Also the items on your purpose list. It's all goals, possible goals. And then you think about, okay, if I achieve this one, what would that mean to that and this? How many of the other things on all of these lists would that mean something to? And then you see if you can find out where to put the needle, and then you put all of your energy right there. So put a comment if you have anything to add to what I just said, any experience where this principle was at work for you, or if you disagree with me on any of these points here. And then remember to subscribe, and then I'll see you in the next video.